had several offers of jobs which I turned down. Albright and Wilson had offered me other jobs in the UK, which I wasn't prepared to accept because I could see they were time limited. So eventually I said I would leave completely, and they asked me would I be interested in trying to resolve problems they had in Ireland with Albright and Wilson Ireland, which had just lost £150,000 in 1970, when it was supposed to be making £150,000. And it doesn't seem very much today, but in 1970 that was a lot of money. So I had a look at, I came over and had a look, decided it could be rescued, and we rescued the company, and I managed it for 20 years until I retired in 1990. Albright and Wilson Ireland, which was the company I was managing, the employees, both on the shop floor and in the offices, swore their allegiance to me, because they had seen the company going downhill and downhill over the previous years by a management that was top-heavy and incapable of doing anything about it. I had threats made, but the threats in the end analysis were proven to be threats against the company, which we were able to deal with and deal with satisfactorily. And for example, one of the best things that ever happened was, after Bloody Sunday, I had made friends with a chap in Derry called Bishop Daly and Edward Daly, and Edward Daly and I became very close friends. The biggest lessons: work hard, treat everybody in a very humane way, whether they're on the shop floor or whether they're in top management. They're all people, and someone has to do the menial tasks, and they should not be despised because they're just doing a menial job. We came back to England on many occasions on holiday. We'd go down to Devon and Cornwall and even Kent. We had plenty of holidays back. We came back to the Lake District from time to time. But to move back would have been, in my view, a retrograde step. We had made our bed here in Ireland, and it was therefore right that we should lie in it. I didn't plan to retire. I would have stayed on, but because Albright and Wilson still owned Albright and Wilson Ireland, they reached the stage where they were short of money, and their parent company, which was called Tenneco, which operated from Dallas in Texas. Their parent company told them that if they wanted more money, they had to generate it out of their own organization and not come begging to them for more investment funds. A little strange, but I had already been asked would I take over the state organizations, that is Sandyford Industrial Estate Association and Stillorgan Industrial Park Association, and build them up, which I did, and I came to an agreement with them regarding my remuneration. So I retired, let us say, as Managing Director of Albright and Wilson Ireland But then I was doing voluntary work on other things. In addition, I became finance director of the Dunleary Rathdown Chamber of Commerce, and I stayed with them for the best part of 10 years, maybe just over 10 years. So between the Dunleary Rathdown Chamber of Commerce and the Sandyford and Stillorgan Industrial Parks Association, Estates Association, I had my plate reasonably full.
You never really retired then, did you?
I never retired, and I don't believe that really you should retire. Once you have reached what they call retirement age, you should then seek to give something back to the country. And if you can give it back in any way, I'm not saying giving it back without any remuneration. I got my remuneration from the Estates Association, but from the Chamber of Commerce, I did that entirely voluntarily. No, I wouldn't. I think I made the right decisions. I think certainly the right decision was to leave Albright and Wilson in Marchand Division when I did. And the Marchand Division in Albright and Wilson folded up shortly afterwards. That's a very hard question because the world has been changing at an alarming rate. The world has become ultra-dependent on computers, ultra-dependent on Wi-Fi. If Wi-Fi were to disappear or were to collapse worldwide, the world industry would be lost. I don't know whether I think diversity is very important. My highlight of my career, I would say without a doubt, was the 6 or 7 years I spent in Italy. Hard work, in fact, very hard work, but a great deal of satisfaction. And there was a great rapport across the board when I say the board, across the employees. We worked hard, but we still operated as if we were a small family company.